What's up, world? I go by the name of DJ Ollie Red, and you are now tuned into the new episode of the All Things House podcast. Now, this is a special one. This is a coronavirus hot take special. So I wanted to bring in some DJs that I respect personally, that I either play with or know personally. And I wanted to get their perspective on how the coronavirus is affecting them, either personally, DJing wise, music production wise. And on the end, I wanted to see how this time off from the industry is helping them become better at what they're trying to do. So first, we're going to introduce everybody. TQ, you can go first, my man.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Ollie Red, for having us. My name is TQ Grant. I am a DJ and producer based up in New York. Holding it down, staying strong throughout the lockdown. And, can't wait to have a great conversation and get into some good topics.
Here we go.
Yeah, what's up? How's it going? Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rob Cappadonna. I'm a DJ producer based in Miami, Florida. I'm originally from Italy, and I focus more on like tech house and house music. Thank you for tuning in.
For sure. I'm glad you guys can definitely come with the podcast. So my original plan was for everybody's out there. We all connect. I've known TQ for a little while because we were on the same music podcast, like maybe 2 years ago, maybe something like that.
House Jet Radio, correct?
There we go, House Jet.
Yeah.
And then I met Rob this year because we were trying to come down to Miami and for my Music Week and Ultra to get some gigs and do episode of the podcast for all the Miami DJs that I'm down there. But obviously, my Music Week and Ultra got canceled. So this is why I wanted to bring everybody that was going to go down to my Music Week together now, so we can get it popping right now. So like I said, thank you guys for coming, and let's get the ball.
So I had a question,
started,
man. Like, because with Ultra being canceled and Miami Music Week being canceled, did you still see people going down to Miami? Did you still see an influx of travelers?
Well, this was the situation, man. We had a bunch of people that, booked hotels and they already planned their stay.
Yeah.
So, the troopers, the one that were like hardcore, they decided to come to Miami regardless. Now, you would see people, and you can tell they're not from around here because, they're still hanging out on South Beach at night. You can tell the tourists. But,
right.
Again, what they found was not what they expected because it was not that party vibe in the air.
Yeah.
So, basically, once they got here and, the curfew was implemented and everything, so they would go out at night and
nothing.
It was like the entire area was just dead. There was nothing to do. So the ones that were smart, honestly, they just like canceled their flights, canceled their stays because you really don't have any reason to be here. There's nothing going on.
Yeah.
You can barely go to the supermarket. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And I know I saw some news clips that right around that time, maybe 2 weeks after Ultra, there was spring break. How did that go?
I didn't personally participate. I didn't really.
Yeah, I hope not.
I didn't care to be around people.
Yeah.
Mostly, man, it was in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, I heard that there was something going on in Fort Lauderdale. All the young kids and stuff like that. But I think it's just stupid, man. Like, just in case. Even let's say that you don't believe in the coronavirus. You think it's a whole conspiracy, okay?
Yeah.
But just in case, man, don't be a fool. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're surrounded by out of 25,000 people.
Yeah.
You never know.
Right.
And now that's why in Broward County, Miami Beach, Aventura, everywhere around Miami in the south of Florida, we have so many cases of people affected by the coronavirus. So initially people, they were kind of like, they looked oblivious, man. They pretended like nothing was happening. Mm-hmm. You would go to Walmart and you would see people with no mask, infants, kids with no mask. Like, really? I was the only one wearing a mask. I was like, you guys don't realize that this could be serious?
Yeah.
So everything was just like a no-go, man. For this Miami Music Week, a lot of people lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of people, including myself.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of Miami Music Week gigs.
Mm-hmm.
And after Ultra got canceled, every day you would see people trying to hold strong. I was like, okay, my event is still going to happen.
Yep.
Right. Domino effect, though, bro.
Man.
They were falling one by one.
I tried to do the same. I was like, no, my event is going to happen. The next day, it was like, nah, we should cancel it. So everything got canceled. Everybody lost money. Everybody, all the DJs from Miami, they still have, that fire burning for DJing. That's why we have all these like live streaming DJ sets and everybody is producing and whatnot, because we still have this need of, DJing and somehow spreading the good vibes. But it was, like you said, a domino effect, man. One show got canceled. Everything got canceled.
Yeah, I was telling TQ that we had everything set up, with the podcast and some different events. And then once Trump put the travel ban on, that opened up like 3 or 4 gigs for me and Simone, my partner. So we're still thinking like, man, should we go or not? Shouldn't we go? And then after a while, like one event got canceled, the next one got canceled, and this one got canceled. Then I'm like, fuck it, man. It's not going to be worth it. Let's just try to cancel the air flight and try to bank that money. So when this shit's over, then we can, travel a little bit. We got some money in the bank,
Once I saw that Ultra was canceled and then Coachella followed suit and South by Southwest, bro, I kind of like anticipated Miami Music Week following. There's no way they could have went forward without, first of all, public criticism. You know what I mean? It would have been the thrash would have been, severe. But we were looking forward to it. Looking forward to hanging out with all you guys, getting some work done, dropping some music. We had a bunch of parties lined up as well. So it's really quite unfortunate. But what do you think? This is obviously causing a transition, right? Everybody is forced to adapt.
Yeah.
With the live sets, things of that nature. What have you guys saw in terms of the trend? What are we trending towards now?
Yo, before we get in that, let me know how's looking. What's the climate like in New York for music and the club scene? Because I know you're out DJing all the time, either in clubs, bars, or the gigs, the private gigs. How's that?
Going? So the last gig I did was March 14th, a Saturday. Okay. It was in Manhattan, and this is when like it was starting to pick up a lot of traction. The whole coronavirus movement and things of. Not even a movement, but the severity was starting to be more well known. And this is probably like when everybody was starting to take notice, like, damn, this could be something that's really crazy. But at this private, the energy was really like, it was kind of weird, bro. It's like supposed to be a joyous occasion. But like, first of all, half the guests didn't come. The host made an announcement saying during like, a slower time of the evening, thank you all for coming. We realize, we're putting your health at risk, but I'm so disappointed that half my friends or half my family or whoever didn't show up, things of that nature. So this is when it was starting to really become like, damn, this shit could really be serious. So the energy was way off, dude.
Yeah.
And you could just tell like you could feel it in the air, bro. You can cut it with a knife.
Yeah.
But as far as the clubs, bro, like, that following week is when all the governor and restricted all public gatherings. So clubs and bars swiftly had to follow suit. And I really do feel for a lot of my friends, bro, because they sometimes are looking forward to that next gig to pay their rent, dude. Rent in New York is not cheap.
Yeah.
It's not cheap at all, bro. So they're doing all types of things, bartending, DJing, hosting, whatever they have to do to make it.
Yeah.
And you're literally cutting off their lifeline. So it's kind of been difficult for them. Luckily, there's been some like organizations that came out to help and give some money, but it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's same out in San Diego. It's like one day was clubs and partying. Next day it's nothing at all. But the issue here is people aren't getting the clue. Like you'll see on Instagram, they're out here throwing like mini parties in the house, 10, 15 people.
Oh, wow.
People walking on the beach. They there to shut down the beach, all parks. It's like, yo, like, I don't know about everybody else, but me personally, so I haven't really talked about this a lot, but I actually tested positive for the coronavirus. So it was one of those things with me. I took it serious because I was one of the ones I was like a statistic, you know what I mean? Right. So I took it serious, and I didn't have any underlying health issues, no lung, no diabetes, nothing like that. I'm 30. I'm 36 years old, so I'm not in the age bracket. So I feel for the people that have the underlying issues, one, and two, the ones that are in that age group. Because I know how I felt being healthy, so I can imagine how they feel being older. You know what I mean?
I would say this, like, the daily life in New York is quite different now. Obviously, when anything happens, such as a virus, New York is always going to be one of the places that get hit the hardest.
Hard, yep. Mm-hmm.
The most population in dense areas is just going to happen inevitably.
Yeah.
But, dude, like, when I tell you I went to the supermarket and I'm seeing lines out the store, 6 feet apart, they're auditing the amount of people going into stores.
Yeah.
People have their loved ones in hospitals and they can't even visit them. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Hey, ATQ, ask that question again about the question you asked before.
I forgot what it was. We were talking about Miami Music Week. Oh, so the question was, now that we're obviously confined mostly to indoors and we're not able to DJ out places, the question for both of you is, where do you see us trending towards? Because obviously we're in a transition period and we don't know how long this can go on for. Mm-hmm. So do you think live events will become bigger now, even after, or will you think? Tell me your thoughts.
Rob, you go first, man.
Well, I mean, regarding live events, right now, as you can tell, Instagram, as soon as you open it up, there's like 25, 50 notifications. Everybody's going live. Everybody's DJing live. Who's doing it, better than others and whatnot, it doesn't matter. But to me, where I see it going is going to be more of a type of podcast rather than live sets. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes in the live set, you see a lot of people playing good music, but the quality, it's not like straight out of the mixer. It's just your phone. Mm-hmm. So I think that a lot of people are using this time just to master their craft and create like podcasts and radio shows and stuff like that, which I find more interesting. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy watching the DJ spinning live on Instagram Live, but again, there's like so many of them. Sometimes it gets confusing. So if you're able to start a trend and you have like, you know what, every Saturday I'm going to have 1 hour of me mixing 320K quality audio and people can actually tune in and enjoy the music. Mm-hmm. That's actually a good opportunity for you to build a following and show, the world what you're capable of. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, now that we're home, it's either you spin live, you record videos, you're on Logic or Ableton trying to come out with as many tracks as possible. To me, the interesting is once this coronavirus stage is over, I just want to see like tons of music that is going to be released.
Definitely. That's what I was going to say, man. It's like one of those things where now you're forced to sit in. So our lives are so busy, either with work, kids, wife, whatever's clever, out there DJing. We don't have time to sit down and work on our craft.
Right.
I know a lot of people that get practice DJing inside the club while they're DJing. Now, I try to practice a lot because I have my whole set, I'm set up here. But when you have nothing else to do, but to either work on your podcast, like you said, fix your library in with your music, practice the craft of DJing, sit behind a computer for 3-4 hours. Those are 3-4 hours that you're out in the streets doing whatever.
Right.
But you can apply that time to make a new track.
Exactly.
Really, there's no more excuses. Like
no more excuses. They're talking
about flattening the curve, but really they're flattening also the playing field.
Yeah.
Like you say, everybody's operating from the same base level.
Yep.
If you have an internet connection, which I assume most of us do in 2020, you have the same opportunity, maybe not the same exposure, perhaps.
Yep.
But you still have the same opportunity to put people are consuming content now more than ever.
More than ever. Yep. For sure. 1,000%, dog. 1,000%.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So get those gears moving.
For sure, and then you see, like the big name DJs, the Carl Coxes, the Son Findors, the Nick Finchulis, all them, the same equipment as us, the same mixture, same music, all that stuff. They just have that same they had a bigger following. That's it.
Visibility, I would even say.
Yep.
That's the thing. One thing I would recommend is I see everybody like newer DJs. Veteran DJs, everybody's online doing these live sets. And in my head, I'm like, I hope you're recording yourself. Like, make a video.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, record yourself. Make a 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 5 hour video as long as you want. So record a video of you mixing with a good quality audio. Post it on YouTube. If you record a video every other day, by the end of the year, if I search your name on YouTube, I'm gonna have like a wave of videos of you just DJing. Which at the end of the day is cool because if people wanna look you up, not because they care about how you DJ, but, you know, maybe they want to see what type of music you play. Maybe they want to see how you look on stage or how you look on camera. That's the perfect moment of doing that. Make videos, make mixes, put it on Mixcloud, SoundCloud, whatever. And that's how you build your following, because then that's going to give you more material to post on Instagram and, you know, gain slowly a bigger following.
For sure. It goes back to one of those things too. If I'm a promoter, if I am someone that books someone, if I own a club or bar, I'm out here looking for new talent. I'm watching the live streams because that's going to give me a good indication. If you can DJ, if you can't DJ at home in front of a camera, in front of nobody, I don't necessarily want you DJing in front of my crowd. You know what I mean?
I think it's kind of funny, man. Like at this stage, we're all bedroom DJs, right?
Facts. Everybody.
You know, everybody's a bedroom.
Exactly.
And people getting creative, man. There was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he was DJing like from his bed. He was like under the sheets, pillows. Like, get creative, man. I was like, I will actually watch this video. Like that's pretty
sure.
easy, you know.
For sure.
But yeah, man. I mean, you have to be creative. If months ago someone told me like, hey, you're gonna have 3 months to stay at home to do whatever you want, I'll be like, nah, this is impossible. I mean, obviously these aren't like on sad circumstances, but if they would have told you that you had 2 months, 3 months to sit in front of Logic, Ableton, FL Studio, whatever it is, and focus on what your craft is, or just like relax, you would have thought they were crazy, because that never happened before, man. Like
never.
Whenever did you have like 3 months to spend all day in front of like just making house?
Never, bro.
Exactly.
So that being said, on a personal level, what are you guys working on right now on a personal level?
Man, so to be honest, bro, like I do music full time. This is my studio that I'm in. I work from my studio during the week anyway. So thankfully, not much has changed from a day-to-day routine. I can't go to the gym, things of that nature, but I'm able to, you know, adjust, run around the neighborhood, whatever. But I was still pounding out material. I have a bunch of things like stockpiled. The last like 3 to 4 days, I would say, honestly, I kind of just took some time to just, you know, get myself together and regroup and reground myself, because with all the news and things are changing on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? I have a grandmother who's a senior citizen, so I'm making sure she's healthy, making sure my family's healthy. You gotta make sure you take care of your home as well. Your career is important, bro, but always take care of yourself and your home.
For sure.
So, you know, I took some time to just make sure everything was good, make sure my squares were, you know, my squares in the peg, things of that nature. But aside from that, man, it's business as usual, to be honest. Music, DJing, creating in the lab, business as usual.
Is there anything that you are working on that you want to improve, or something like a newer skill? Yeah,
I mean, as a professional, regardless of what industry you're in, you should never stop learning. Correct. I'm always a student of the game. I don't know it all. I'm always looking for people to either emulate, learn from, because you don't even know what you don't know, right?
Correct.
So keep moving, keep grooving. I'm practicing my mixing, practicing my mastering. I'm doing the whole production from initial start to finish. So, you know, you always keep learning, keep reading.
For sure. Rob, what's up with you? What you got going on, man?
Nah, for me, man, like, I wouldn't say that nothing really changed. I mean, of course, I have more time to spend home and brainstorm on tracks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To me, starting from March 14, where all my gigs got canceled, you know, this was supposed to be like a month where, man, you meet new people, you get exposure.
Yeah.
You get to play those tracks that you made in your room in front of like a big crowd. So to us, when you see, like you mentioned, this domino effect, that you say, oh, that's not going to affect me, I'm going to play. And you ain't playing, man. Like nobody played. The only people that actually threw an event was Okeechobee. Those were the only people. But again, like to me, I'm just working on music right now. Sometimes, you know, I do my little mixes and stuff, but like I said before, I prefer videos. So I'm working on a nice video setup, and probably every 3-4 days post a video mix. But primarily it's just tracks, man. I have a few releases coming out that now are going to be postponed because of, you know, the record labels as well. Like people are staying home unless they work from home. Yeah. So I have one coming out on Black Lizard. I have other 2 coming out on 2 other record labels that I'm still not going to disclose, but
for sure.
3 of them are coming out, and I'm in contact with DJs from all over Europe because, that's where I'm from. So to me, thanks to technology, it's really interesting to do a bunch of collaborations with people from the other side of the world. You just have to send your stems and everybody can pitch in.
Yep.
So I have another collaboration coming out with a Serbian DJ called Alex Petrov. He does like psytrance and that type of music.
Nice.
So we wanted to see the combination of tech house and house music with psytrance and techno, like mix it together, see what comes out. And it's interesting because then you release a product that is, I would say, unexpected,
Yeah. I agree with all that stuff, man. Me personally, I took it back to the basics, man. I'm watching videos on how to beat match, how to put forward to the floor down Ableton. I'm basic. So just in case I have time to learn something that I forgot, or new stuff, you know what I mean? And also I am trying to expand my knowledge of house music and anything in between. I'm taking it back to Frankie Knuckles. I'm taking it
history.
I'm the history of it. I'm going back to Detroit with Moody Man, all that
History's
stuff.
important. I'm an advocate of history, bro.
For sure,
you can't know where you're going unless you know where it's been.
Facts. So that's something I'm doing, and I'm cleaning up my DJ library. I'm putting things where they should have put in instead of throwing files everywhere.
Nice.
I'm trying to collab with people like you guys, sending songs out to other people that I know that aren't doing much right now because nobody's doing much right now.
Yeah.
To see how they think of tracks, think how they like the tracks, and then this man trying to stay, my head above water, man. You know what I mean? Not trying to I'm like you guys say, like, obviously we don't go out and party, but we do. But our main focus is the creation of the whole thing. So we don't got to go out and party. We can have a good time at the crib,
right?
DJ at the crib, make music at the crib. We don't got to go out. Like I had one of my bosses was like, yo, how you doing at home? And I said, I'm doing good. I'm not out in the streets usually. The only time I'm out on the streets is if I'm DJing, if I'm networking, or chilling with some shorty. That's it.
It's always business, man.
It's always business, bro. Always. But that's kind of the stuff that I'm kind of working on, So for sure. So man, we're almost at that time limit. Zoom only gives us a certain amount of time, you know what I mean? Hey, do you guys want to shout out anything you have coming out, or anything that's out now, or like social media, anything like that?
So I just dropped the joint with John Suarez called Jumpin'. That one is really cool. You could check it out. It's out now on all platforms. I have a few in the holster that I won't reveal yet, just like my man over here said, but I have some content I'm ready to pump out. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook at TQ Grant, and I'm a very active person. I'm not like one of those people who don't talk to people who follow them. Like, yo, holla at me, bro. It's all love. And really, we're all in this together, man. So this is the time for the industry to come together, to support one another, to lend out a hand, because you never know how people are dealing with it. Obviously, we're all troopers, but some people may be taking it harder than others. So, be there for your fellow professional, and just keep it moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. For me, like I said, I have a few tracks coming out. I mentioned Black Lizard Records. I'm not going to say the name of the tracks yet because I'm waiting for them to release it first. But hopefully they're going to be coming out in a few months, as soon as everybody picks their workflow back up. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram. It's Rob Cappadonna, and I also manage another Facebook account that always deals with house music and DJs and producers. It's called House Vibes USA.
Okay.
Well, that's where we post all our content, and we promote even other artists from the East Coast, the West Coast, all over the world. Anybody who is a creative, producer, a DJ, we're more than happy to share the content. So sure. You can find me there.
For sure. All right, everyone. This is another episode of the All Things House podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you later.
Peace.